Hey guys, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone is doing great. I hope that everyone is in good health. Um, as of this recording, it's 3/19/2020, in the midst of the coronavirus scare. Um, we're dealing with a whole bunch of stuff. We're dealing with panic buying, with toilet paper, hand sanitizer, groceries, just anything that you need to stay isolated for 2 weeks. I really don't know why toilet paper is such a commodity nowadays, but apparently it is. People are straight up buying it as if there's no tomorrow. Even though, I don't know. But I digress. I hope that everyone is in good health. I hope that you guys are doing good. Um, I know a lot of people where I'm at, not necessarily where I work, but the area that I work in. I know a lot of people have started working from home. I know that schools have canceled. I know that at least the university near me, they've switched to online courses for the remainder of the semester. I know that some of the public schools are out for 2 weeks. Hopefully, you guys are staying home and are not sick. And if you are sick, I am sorry. I hope that you have a speedy recovery, and if it takes the full, I think, 15 days to recover, then I hope that you recover with as minimal damage as possible. Because I know that this virus can do a lot of damage to your lungs. I do want to give a shout out to everyone who has to work at the physical location. I'm talking about grocery workers, like checkers, slash cashiers, stockers, managers, those who have to be at the grocery stores, talking about nurses and doctors who are working overtime to make sure that everyone is okay. Police officers, firefighters. I mean, they may not necessarily be dealing with the virus directly, but should they get a call, they could be at heightened risk, or they could have a heightened risk of contracting the virus. So, and anyone else that I've forgotten, I know restaurants, some restaurants are open, especially with schools being closed. They're offering free meals to kids who cannot afford it. Anyone who is putting themselves at risk to make sure that we are all good, I want to give a huge, huge thank you for doing what you do. And I pray and hope that you guys remain in good health, because it is a bit of a scary thing that people are contracting it fairly quickly with this being such a contagious virus. If you're wondering how I'm doing good, thank God. Where I live, there hasn't been any confirmed cases. We have had a few people self quarantine, but as far as I'm concerned, that's probably the gist of it. I know the county that's close to mine has one confirmed case, but thankfully, you know, I'm doing good. Um, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm thankful that I'm in good health, and I hope that I remain that way. And I hope that whoever is in good health, that they remain that way. Knock on wood that nothing bad happens. So, and one more thing, if you are out of school or if you don't have to work, stay home. Don't go out and party. I know that a lot of the university students that go to the university that I live nearby, it's like 30 minutes, but I consider it nearby. They're like out partying, and it's like, no, you don't want to do that. It's not so much that you can't get infected, it's so much that you can be a carrier. You can basically have the virus latch onto you, and then you go visit your mom and dad or your grandparents or some other elderly, or some other individual that has a compromised immune system, and guess what? You've already infected them with it. I've got a couple of supervisors who believe that I think the total number of confirmed cases in Arkansas, the last time I saw it was 67. They believe it's doubled. And it's true. The lack of COVID-19 test kits, first off, that's dumb that we have a lack of testing kits. But the other thing is a lot of people who might think they have it and could potentially have it, they're self-quarantining themselves. And as a result, they're not going to go out and test themselves. They would just rather wait it out and say, okay, I'm sick. I will do as much as I can and I'll stay at home. So it is very plausible that instead of 67, we could have 134 cases. It could be double that. But seriously, if you can, go home, stay home, do not go out. Limit as much time as you can going out. If you've got to go to the grocery store, make it quick. I was talking to a supervisor, and I guess he saw a Joe Rogan video interviewing some sort of doctor who had predicted the coronavirus outbreak, and he was telling me that basically the doctor was saying that washing your hands is not, like, you're going to contract it because it's spread, via air. Aerosol, I guess, would be the best way to describe it. Maybe, I don't know. So what I'm saying is you could be a germaphobe and wash your hands, but if you're a carrier, just talking, you can spread it. And people are wearing the masks and all that. The masks are meant to prevent the people who have it from spreading. It's not going to do you much good if you don't have it, because you could, if it gets into your eye, well, you have it now. So, I can't believe it's 2020 and we have to tell people to wash their hands, but just practice normal good hygiene. Wash your hands. Take a shower. I take a shower once a day. I kind of consider that to be normal. Some people take a shower a couple of days. I don't know. I don't know what other people's showers are. Most of the people that I know take showers daily. So just practice good hygiene and you should be fine. If you think that someone may be infected, just practice safety precautions and keep a distance. Just stuff like that. So, yeah, that's my health rant. That was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, not gonna lie, and I apologize. It's just, I'm seeing on the news that people are partying, and it's like, come on, do not party. You got time to party later. Right now is the time to just stay at home. Like, I saw a picture earlier, and it says, you can save the world by literally doing nothing at home. This is what we have dreamed of, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we have been wanting. Now that we get that, we're not doing that. What the heck? So, seriously, if you can, please stay home. Limit as much time as possible to going outside, to going out, and I think we'll be okay. If you do have to go out because of your job, fine, I understand. I'm in a similar situation. I do have to physically go to my job site. But if you don't have to, stay home. Relax. Take it easy. If you can work from home, get yourself a nice cup of coffee or energy drink. I would say beer, but if you have to do phone conferencing, that may not be the best thing. So I would just stick to non-alcoholic beverages and just do what you got to do at home. So, yeah. So I didn't realize that this would take a lot longer, but I feel like I should say it, um, because I know a lot of people like to ignore recommendations, especially college students. I mean, people told me don't procrastinate, and I procrastinated quite a bit in college. So, although this time this is a bit more serious because you can't graduate if you're dead, whereas if you procrastinate and you fail a class, you can always take it again. I would rather, for me, I would want to fix my procrastination issue, but if you're going to, I would rather fail a class and be able to retake it again than to die and not be able to get my degree. So, or put someone else at risk of death, um, or sickness just because you want to go out and party. So, anyway, too long didn't read. Stay home, relax and chill, and if you must go out, just be careful and practice good hygiene. So, well, like I said, I did not think this would take this long, but it did. I guess I had to rant a little bit. I was actually going to show you the program that I use to basically create songs. The reason I was going to show you is because I actually released my album, or not my album, in due time. I actually released one of the songs in my album. And basically, I just need feedback. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Is this the greatest thing ever? Would you rather burn your ears and never hear anything again than to hear my song again? Like, this is the kind of criticism I need to know. Because as an amateur music producer, I've been teaching myself how to create music, how to create a decent beat. And while I understand that I need to create music that I would like to listen, I would like to get feedback. Especially with this album because it's what I would consider a potpourri of music genres. Like, I've got some simple, I don't know if calming is the word, but I got some simple beats on the song or on the album. I've got what I would consider semi-rock, semi-electronic. It's probably more rock. And the reason I say that is because, uh, well, I guess let me show you what I mean. So I don't have the song pulled up because I want to show you kind of my methodology on how I make music. But anyway, so I'm gonna mute my mic and I'm gonna play a few notes to kind of show you what my methodology kind of is. And I'll just play you one of the songs that's, or not one of the songs. Let me back up. I'm going to play you a few notes from one of my songs. I don't want to play the whole song. I want to keep that a surprise, but I wanted to give you a sneak peek of another song. If you want to hear one complete song, it's on my SoundCloud. I'll put the link in the description below. Man, I can't talk today. That song is out there in its entirety, but I want to play a few notes of one of my songs that's on the album as like a sneak peek, but I have to mute my mic because I didn't think this through. So anyway, I'll play a few notes. So in the first part, you kind of saw me messing with a few notes. Um, when I create songs, I kind of just screw around, for lack of better words. I just kind of, if I don't have a genuine idea and I just want to make music, that's literally what I do. I will just start clicking on random notes until I finally get a beat that I really like, that's in tune with what I want to create. Now, like I said, I may not know what I want to create, but if I find a beat that just resonates well with me, I'll stick with it. If I have a beat in my head, like I genuinely know what I want to make, then I try my best to match the notes. And I do it in a similar fashion. The only thing is, I spend a little less time trying to figure out what notes I want to use. Because in my head, I already have the notes I want to use. I just don't know how it sounds once I start creating it here. Or once I've started, putting the sequence. Um, if you're curious as to how because I was playing the beats, but I'm not actually making music. I'm just playing the notes. In fact, if I try to play the song, nothing happens because I don't have anything. If I wanted to play it, or if I wanted to create these notes, um, I would do something like this. I'm gonna mute it again because it plays it, and it's gonna sound weird if I do it. So hang on a second. And now I've created a simple beat. Um, of course, if I am not careful, I might put it on the wrong note, or I might create a sequence on the wrong note, and then I just have to shift it. Um, when I say I'm an amateur music producer, that's kind of what I'm saying. I'm not really, I'm not creating these sounds out of scratch. I'm using what the program has given me, and I just kind of create sequences. So I'm not I don't know how some of the other music producers do it. I don't know if deadmau5 just creates his tunes off the bat. I don't know if the glitch mob does it. But this is how I do it. I get a kick out of it. I enjoy it. So, and then of course over here you've got your little measure, your note measure. So if I wanted to do 110, this is what it would sound like. Now, because I don't have super memory, I don't know what, for this particular song that I had created already, I don't know what the beats per minute is, but anyway. And like I said, this isn't the actual song. This is just kind of me recreating it from scratch, just to kind of show you what my methodology is, which it's more of, if I don't know what I want to create, just find something until it works. If I know what I want to create, it's just a matter of getting the right tunes at the right time, which that's a lot easier because you then have a general idea of what you want to create. In my opinion, I mean, that's how I am. If I have the tune in my head, okay, this is note, this note, this note, bam, it sounds like blissfulness in heaven. I don't know. So, um, other updates. I think that's it. I did finish my second episode of Life in the Zone. I need to upload it. I haven't done so yet because I wanted to do my ASMR video, and I don't know if you guys heard that, but I live near a, what would you call it, like a storage area, storage place, and it's a pretty big one to the point where you can store like RVs. And from time to time, someone's RV will honk, and it will scare, initially, it will scare the living daylights out of me, because it's like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And then I remember, oh right, I live by this storage place, and it's an RV. And it's like, it all happens within like a sec, and it's like, oh. So, anyway. Yeah. Okay, so this video has gone on way long enough. I apologize. If you've watched the whole video, thank you so much. But I'll go ahead and end it here. With it being, like I said, we're in the midst of the coronavirus at the time of this recording. Please practice good health. Stay at home if you can. If not, limit as much as possible, going out of your way. Just practice good hygiene as much as you can, and I hope that you do not get sick, that you remain in good health. And for those who have been sick or are sick, I hope that you recover as quickly as possible and with as minimal damage as possible. This is Benny signing off. I will see you guys next time. Like I said, I'm wishing you nothing but good health, good fortune and happiness, good vibes all around. And again, I cannot stress this enough. Stay home if you can. If you must go out, practice good hygiene, and if possible, if at all possible, limit your own exposure to others, so that you could potentially remain uninfected, and so that other people can remain uninfected if you happen to be a carrier. Until next time, guys.